Hey guys, Jesse here from Urban Legends Antiques.
And the other half of Urban Legends Antiques, the man behind the scenes, Chuck.
I'm coming along for the ride.
You're doing great. We're really excited to be doing the Creative Friends collab with the Jamie Ray Vintage Group. We are going to show you how to save one of these old hurricane lamps. A lot of the times the hurricane globe will break off and then people think these are useless. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fix it and we're gonna put a harp on here so we can put a lampshade on it. So let's get started.
Let's get started.
I'm learning with you guys today. Chuck's teaching me too.
All right, so the first thing you're gonna wanna do is loosen the nut on the bottom. We're gonna loosen the nut up. So we're gonna use a crescent wrench or pliers, a regular wrench. On yours, you can just cut the cord and pull it out, start breaking it down.
Where am I? I'm just cutting this guy off.
Yeah, you can cut it off down at the base and then pull it from the top.
So like right here.
Probably from the inside.
I know it's unplugged, but I was still like worried it was gonna zap me.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
You can trash all this wire.
Oh, it's broken right here. Look at on the inside. It broke right there. So it looks good on the top right here, but it broke on the inside a little bit. This little bit of milk glass broke off. Sorry, milk glass.
Still usable, right?
It will still survive. Somebody glued this in here, I think.
This little clip's going pretty tight.
I got these off of OfferUp. They were originally in someone's shop for $12 a piece and they never sold, probably because they didn't work. And a lot of times if they don't work, if they're not on and glowing, people don't see the value in these, but I know what they are. I know the value of them when they're working. So she had them for sale on OfferUp for like $5 a piece and I snagged them. These are gonna be so pretty when they're turned on and glowing. Once we get a harp on them and we put a lampshade on, you guys are really gonna see what I'm talking about. They are so gorgeous. Well, I'll just leave this beauty to dry right there. And I was super lucky because I have a hobnail one, which these are really popular. And then this one is the quilt stitch. So this one is not as popular, but it's rare. You don't see this very often. Very, very cool, very exciting. Am I supposed to pop this thing off somehow? Or can I
Yeah, so you see how this works? It clamps down and you put pressure on it and it squeezes down on there. So you gotta find where that clamp, you can,
It's like, it's right there. If I break this clip thing, are you gonna be mad? Is there another one?
we don't have any other ones. Try not to because then we'll have to put a knot on the cord. Actually, you kind of need these with the brass, the metal. And cut. Let me get it up there.
It's like it's on the inside right there. I can't get it. Oh, I should have turned it around. So when they make the milk glass, they the older milk glass, it's poured into two molds, and they take the two pieces and they put them together, and so then they have a seam on it. So you kind of you're like looking for the seam sometimes, and this one, the seam's right here. I can see it. But right along the seam line is where it can break and fracture. So I think that's what happened on the inside. You get like broke along the seam line right there a little bit. This one looks pretty clean now. Nice and pretty.
Some of the hardware is really cool on these.
Little raised like edge. It's cute. I love this stuff. All right, now what?
Let's finish taking that apart.
Am I not done?
You're not done. So you want to keep all the hardware. You might need it to rebuild the rest of it. So I'm going to hang on to all that.
I'm unscrewing this, right?
Yeah, you can unscrew it or you can and then pull it through. You gotta take that off. Cut the wire. Or pull it through. Don't lose all of these.
Ew, what is this? Gross.
It's gross.
Alright, now what?
Now we get to figure out how to rebuild these guys. Start with wires.
So these are the packages for what we bought. It's a 3-way socket make a lamp kit. We just get them from the Home Depot, or if we're lucky enough to buy them at a estate sale, we get them there too. And I like it because it comes with the harp, so that way when you put it all back together, you, instead of having to try to fit a hurricane lamp onto here, you can use the harp. Okay, I got a cord, and then I'm using this thing again, right?
That's the new one.
That's the new one. So I take this guy off. I was watching a YouTube video about it. And I like stick this thing onto a sleeve somewhere, right? Or on a screw. I put some of these wires onto a screw somewhere.
Somewhere. I'll show you how to tone them out.
Like I can pull these two things apart more, and then they go onto these. How do you know which one's the grounder and which one's the regular? Does it matter anymore?
So when you plug it in, you see how that one's a little bigger than this one?
Uh-huh.
So the bigger one goes on the common side and the small one goes on the hot side. Screws on here, usually they're color coded. The gold is the hot and the silver is the common.
So I have to trace from here on down?
Yes. Well, actually, if you look on the wire, there's like little ribs on one side or the other. So we'll start over on this side. So you see the ribs on this side?
Uh-huh.
So the ribs they're on this common side.
On the hot side or the cold
The
side?
common side,
Oh.
not the hot side. So
So
the
the-
wire with the ribbing on it,
Goes on the
The
silver.
silver.
Alright.
but not yet. So you have to get the base.
Alright, base.
You have to run your wire through the base,
Oh yeah. Run my wire through the base.
and you gotta find the washer and nut that goes on the
Oh.
bottom of the base. That goes. You see, you're ahead of the game now. You gotta go back out. So this goes through this part, the side part, and then that.
And you're sure these go here?
Yes.
And then this goes here.
Yes. Bar goes
Goes
through.
through.
You're gonna screw it on that.
Does it matter which side? They're both the same, right?
They're both the same.
Okay.
You want to thread your cord through the bar on the lamp, and then you're going to tighten that nut up on the bottom, and that will secure the base of your lamp to the bar. Chuck says just a couple of turns is good enough to secure it to the base of your lamp.
So there's your base.
So I put my base on too?
Put your base on too. Now we put the washers, pretty little fitting things. You have this, I don't. So we'll figure something out with that.
This was kind of like there was a washer and then a thingy and then a washer.
The little washers goes inside that to fortify the.
So the pretty one I think sits on top of here, and then this washer
Goes inside of it. Or
goes
the
like
bottom
that.
of it.
That's the bottom. That goes on there. There's this guy too.
Yeah.
Now I see why in the other videos they tell you to like line everything up. That way you don't lose anything.
Yeah, that's a smart way.
On this one goes, and then I spin this guy around, right?
Yeah.
You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Urban Legends Antiques, and we have a website with items available for shipping, www.urbanlegendsantiques.com.
Looks like a lamp again. So I just put all of my little pieces together, and then I noticed that it was the metal bar that we had strung all of the wire through was not very firm or like sturdy. So I went on the bottom and I tightened this nut up a little bit down here, and then once I did that, I was able to tighten the top one up more too. So now this guy is going on. Okay. Now this guy.
That guy's gone.
Oh, this is like one of the best parts. I'm so sad. Oh, it won't fit anymore. Oh.
But you can take these off by lifting up these little and squeezing on it, and then you have no room. We got to back that screw off.
So this screw right here, I'm loosening it, right?
Yeah.
And loosen it, right, babe?
Yes.
Loosen, loosen.
This goes on top. This screws on there.
Oh, okay. And then I tighten it down.
Yes.
It's on.
Tighten up that little set screw so it doesn't move anymore.
Now comes the fun part.
You get to hook these up.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm splitting this guy up a little bit.
A little tiny bit.
The little one goes on the hot and one goes on common.
Yes. Which one goes on the hot?
Non-ribbed.
Which one's the hot?
You are.
Yeah. The gold color one.
The gold one's the hot one.
Does look like
What a great lamp.
it's a great lamp. Major award.
It's a major award. Now I need this guy. Okay, so ribbed is not hot.
You want to hook the wire a little bit with these pliers,
Uh-huh.
these wire strippers. You need to put it in the little hole and turn it. Get a little hook on it.
Mm-hmm. So the ribbed one I'm hooking. Does it matter which way?
Goes this way.
Out?
Yeah. Oh.
What?
It'll work.
Didn't I do it?
Yeah.
That's it, right?
That's it.
And then it goes on to the white bit.
And now it goes onto the white screw.
So this part I found really difficult, but once you started to turn the screw, it would catch the wire. So I could see why Chuck was saying to like have the screw like hooked in that certain way, because then it made it easier to attach the wire.
I think I got it down tight.
I was having a hard time making the hook, but once Chuck explained it's supposed to look like a fishing hook, it made more sense.
Oh, like a fishing hook.
Like a little hook.
And now I'm going to lock down the hook onto the gold screw. Remember, the non-ribbed wire is the hot wire and the gold screw is the hot screw. So if you mess this up, you're not going to have power to your lamp.
So now you can feed the wire back into the lamp.
What do you do with these guys? Just kind of like...
This part's going to hold it. The other, this guy's going to hold all that together.
I guess it's down in there, yeah?
Yeah, yep. That's good.
And these are all tight enough?
Yep.
I feel like it's not tight enough. Okay, so now...
So this has a cardboard insulator, so it keeps the screws from touching, or the wires from touching.
Oh, okay, that's what that's for.
Yeah. Slide this up and over. Push it all down and then it locks into place.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Is it a lamp?
It is almost a lamp.
Now what?
And you get to put this down.
Can you do it?
Sure.
Okay. Oh, that's how it locks in. That part was scaring me. I was like, where is this little weird bit at?
The lock that holds the cord into place is original to the lamp, and it protects the wire from the brass plating on the bottom of it. And I was afraid that I would break it, so I would prefer that Chuck did it. So I asked him very sweetly, and he very kindly agreed. He had to use the pliers to crimp it into place to lock it in. I'm a visual learner, so I was taking every opportunity to look as closely as I could to what he was doing so I could learn how to do this next time.
That was good, babe. You did a good job.
Oh,
Okay.
we got a bulb, you can test it. She's going to get the bulb stash. I'm going to make sure it's not shorting anywhere. So we're going to check for continuity here. There's no continuity. Otherwise we get the tone.
So when Chuck is saying that he's checking for continuity, what he means is he's checking to see if there's a short. You don't want to have a short. If you hear the tone, there's a short somewhere and you have to recheck all of your wiring. So silence is golden.
Turn it on.
Turn on.
This is too long. I need a shorter lampshade.
No, there's no gold. There's no Goldilocks.
The right lampshade makes a world of difference. Here we go. This is the first lamp all done by me. The glow of a good lamp is priceless. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and share with your family and friends. I'm Jessie from Urban Legends Antiques, and this is Chuck. And thanks for coming along for the ride.
A hell of a ride.
It's a hell of a ride. And guess what? I got engaged. Hey, hey. To this guy.
Oh, okay.